Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And first, roll call, please.
Boyer,
Present.
Coniston,
Here.
Donaldson, Fisher,
Here.
Jackson, here. Lucas Ross, McMillan, here. Winstead,
Here.
Zivkovic.
Here.
Thank you. Next, we have approval of the minutes from the August 9th regular meeting.
Make a motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion by Boyer, second by Fisher. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Next is approval of the agenda. I have two changes I believe that we need to make. One is to add lease agreement for Mr. Lestry, is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
And two is to add a TSA field trip. Both of those will be under new business. And we also have someone requesting to drop fundraising and maybe table that to another meeting. Okay. So with those changes, do we have a motion?
Second.
Okay, motion by Fisher, second by Jackson. Do we need a roll call on that? I don't think we do. Okay. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, next we have superintendent report, Mr. Stevenson.
Good morning, board. Good morning, those in attendance. There, it's taped here, so maybe following. Just a couple of things here. As you know, we've got a busy day on the agenda, so I'm excited about getting some of the strategic plan codified and discussed today. The very first thing I want to talk about, though, is the rally. We are going to do the rally again this year, so I want to let the board and the audience know. We have this year headlining Mr. Joe Nichols, a country music artist. Mostly, I want to let everybody know that tonight there is a meeting at 5 p.m. at Oasis Elementary School. So if anybody would like to attend, this is an organizational meeting. And I'm pretty excited about what we've got going on here. We've got a good team of people putting this together, so I'm looking forward to that. On the other side of something kind of different, it goes kind of to fundraising, but not. Chick-fil-A has allowed us to have 3 different days, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So if you want to mark your calendars, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. That goes from breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are going to have a friendly competition amongst our schools, and we are going to be able to raise funds, and it will go back to the school. So we're going to do 2 things. Like the Advanced Ed report said, we need to look at it system-wide, which we're doing by having a Cape Coral Municipal Charter School Day for 3 days at Chick-fil-A. But on the competitive side, 20% of everything that's purchased that day, if you go in and mention that you're there for Oasis Elementary, for instance, or Kristen McCullough, 20% of your food purchase will go to that particular school. So at the end of the day, on every day of those 3 days, we'll get a rally, a tally of numbers, and then I'll be able to send those out to the schools, and we'll try to get people out there. When the funds are done, we'll get one big check, and then each school will get the percentage that they earned over the 3 days. So this is a pretty exciting thing. We'll be able to decorate the Chick-fil-A restaurant if we want. The cow will come visit the schools, whatever they want to do, so they're really wanting to partner with us. And on that same event, this coming Thursday, they're going to be at Chick-fil-A for our staff. From 11 to 12, and staff is able to pre-order, and so we're excited about that. And then they're going to be to our Oasis campus the next Thursday, so they'll be rotating every other Thursday at each location. So far, we need to get the word out at Kristen McCullough. There's 10 orders in, so they'd like to see it somewhere around 30 to make it worthwhile for them. So for Kristen McCullough, that's the challenge for now, but for our other campuses, with the 3 being there, I'm sure we'll get there. But that's just another partnering opportunity that's good. Board, you should have received from me too as well an email from a sample lobbying letter that was sent out to you, and I wanted to just give you some information on where that's going to go and what that's going to be about. Every year, and last night it was talked about at the city council meeting, there's either what they call Southwest Florida Days or Cape Coral Days, and there's some question about what it will be this year, but what I want to let you know is that I'll be there no matter what format it is. And it will be going to Tallahassee, and that letter goes with, and then it's all discussion about the capital dollars. So our focus is, and as you saw the letter, the way it was written, is all about trying to gain some of the capital dollars. So that's the reason for that lobbying letter. We'll also put that out with the press as well, so the news press, the Cape Coral Breeze and all that will get that. And that's why a year and a half ago or so, we got the op-ed piece in the Fort Myers News Press. I'm hoping to get something similar to that in one of those news organizations. So the capital dollars argument, the fight for it has not stopped, and we're continuing on that as well. Animal shelter here at Cape Coral, they're looking for an animal shelter. There's a group led by the Abishans as part of it, but there's a whole bunch. But long story short, we are going to be able to help out another organization. They are looking for people to help build boxes to collect monies for this great idea. And I have to give kudos to Krista McAuliffe Elementary and Oasis High School. Both had teachers that were willing, and groups of people that were willing to help build these boxes for this shelter for down the road to raise money. So it's just another way that we're partnering with the community and some good things that are happening. The booster fund was awesome, but I'm not going to steal the thunder of Mr. Hopper. But I did want to talk about the use of the field. And that field that we had played an integral role in the success of the Oasis Elementary School booster fund that they were not able to have in the past for that. So it was really good to see the kids out there. If you saw the videos that we sent, we had some really good drone video footage and some videos that were made after, and it just was a wonderful day, wonderful event. The only thing it did is highlight our need for that field area to be even better. So we're excited about that. Athletic boosters, I wanted to also, and I don't want to steal thunder from Ms. Treese, but Oasis High School has started an athletic boosters program. They've also got a parent-teacher student organization, which is awesome, and that's what we need to do. But what I am doing is waiting for an arts boosters program. And one of the things that I've got is we have a website that we'd like to roll out that's going to have an opportunity for all of our schools, all of our programs to have donations given to them directly. And in order to do that, we need a unifying booster arts program. We have 4 at each school. They're succinct, they're successful. I don't want to step on anybody's toes there, but what we do want to have is somewhere to kind of match where the athletic boosters may be at the secondary level. We want to make sure that our arts are being seen across all 4 schools. So principals have sent out emails for interest, and we're going to talk to all the different schools and figure out how we can do something system-wide. Again, going back to the advanced ed report. So I want to make sure that people understand we're not going to impact the arts programs at each school. What they do, what they continue to do, how they raise money will always continue to be that way. But I think it's important to bring all 4 groups together. Let's look at calendaring, what nights we have events, what we can do as a system-wide approach to try to get other fundraisers and other people to be participating in our arts program. So the only thing we're waiting on for the website is simply a boosters program, because if I put it up now, we have no arts boosters to do something with, and I want to make sure we've got that as well. And the last thing I've got for my report today was after visiting the campuses, I haven't seen as much hands-on activities, and it's not just project-based learning, but it's actually just hands-on, kids doing things with their hands. I visited Lori McLean's class. She was able to have the students doing some mock surgery, some stitching, some just amazing things. Andy McCarthy's class as well. He had a colonial fair. It was just amazing to see. And at Oasis High School, I had a teacher apologize to me because he was in the side of our cafeteria hosing down kids' feet because they had been in the woods, so they had mud and all kinds of things on them. And there's no apology needed. That's exactly what we need for our system. So it's really good to see our kids being out and about and doing things besides just sitting and getting. So, and that's the extent of my report.
Does anybody have any questions or comments for Mr. Stevenson? Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda is chair report. I actually have no report. I'm going to try to keep it brief today because we have strategic planning, so I have no report. Next is foundation report.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Just want to start off by telling you the foundation is off to a wonderful start. We've had more people at our meetings that we've had this year than ever before. We did elect new officers. I've been elected for 1 more year as president. Eric Eichfeller is staying on as vice president. He has also taken over our treasurer role because our treasurer had a premature baby and had to resign. She's going to have her hands full for a while. We do have a new secretary, Frank Kazdia, and we did take on a new member, Jen Hope-Bellis, and she's been very active and is going to be helping us ensure that the lighthouse works, so we're thrilled to have her. Nelson talked briefly about the rally. We were able to get Joe Nichols as an entertainment volunteer for free. He's a 4-time Grammy Award winning, or nominated artist, and we think he's going to bring a ton of energy to the rally and hope that it's more successful than ever. We have a banner sponsor, Carol Culleton, and the Gutterberg Charitable Foundation. She started off with a $10,000 banner donation, and we just want to let everybody know that the money that comes back to the rally this year is going to come through the foundation. It's going to be divided between the schools, and 100% of the money that we raise will go back to the schools, and to the children, and to the teachers. So we're looking forward to that. And again, the meeting tonight between 5 and 7. Jamie DiMaria did decide to stay on as the rally chairperson, and we're very happy to have her. So anybody that is willing to do anything to help, please come and join the meeting. The foundation is mainly in charge of the corporate sponsorships. Some of you have already heard from me. If you haven't, you have businesses, you may be hearing from me. We hope to, the sponsorship areas where we can really bring in the greatest amount of funds. Also, we have scheduled the Lighthouse Awards. The dinner will be held right here May 5th at the Yacht Club. And then another exciting thing that we've been doing, Nelson has come up with an improved format for the classrooms to receive money through a program called Donors Choose, and each of the principals will be approving a project that is designed either by students and supervised by a teacher. What it is it's a website, and anyone that wants to go on, you can go to donorschoose.com and put in the zip code. You can see all the teachers in the area that are requesting funds, and they can design a project. For example, we just got notification that Mr. Montag's sports equipment program was fully funded. And the way that it works is the foundation's starting off the donation because there needs to be some donation to get other donations started, and then frequently there's matched funds. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, numerous other big benefactors go in and find these projects, and they make matching contributions. So the foundation has decided when we see a program that is available for matching funds, the foundation is making donations to those programs. And so far we've had 4 or 5 fully funded projects, and I know the principals of each school are in the process of training the teachers on how to successfully write the requests for these funds so that they are funded. And we really look forward to doing more kind of individual, smaller, mini grants, kind of like the foundation used to do. So that's it.
Any questions? Okay, thank you. All right, next is public comment, limited to 3 minutes per individual. If anyone wishes to speak, please come up to the podium. Okay. Public input is closed. Staff comment. First, we have Danielle Johnson.
Good morning, Danielle Jensen, Director of Procurement and Food Service. Starting with food service, we've had a very busy and successful beginning of the year. As usual, my team's done an excellent job of getting the kitchens ready for the students, and we feel we've had a strong start to meal participation. We are currently at 34% national school lunch enrollment, which is a little over 1,000 students. That number is a little low, but last week we had last year's statuses expire, and parents tend to wait last minute to reapply, so we do expect that number to come up. We will start the verification process on Friday, which is where we have to take 3% of the applications, and we have to verify their income to be in compliance with the program. We also found out that we will have our official administrative review the week of February 6th, where the state will come in and audit our entire program. It's a very time-consuming process. They do it every couple of years, but we will be ready for it. As far as procurement, we've been very busy completing the $100,000 list from the city. We've worked on 7 different projects with various vendors and spent just under $100,000. We came in very close. In round numbers, we spent $10,000 on the Oasis Elementary carpet replacement. We spent $8,000 on the perimeter fence that encloses the Oasis campus. We spent $13,000 to replace the gym curtain that is shared with Oasis Elementary and Middle. We spent $6,000 on 2 mini split projects. One was for Krista McCullough Portable, and one was for the Oasis Cafe in the elementary. Then we had 2 larger projects. One was $25,000 that was spent to upgrade the security system, where we went from some antique collectors to upgraded NVRs. That is used to kind of to record all the camera activity, and that required both equipment and software upgrades. As a part of that, we also installed a camera that's going to be used to look at our other big project, which was the walk-in freezer that is shared with Oasis Elementary Middle School. That project was $31,000. We have just completed that project, and we are just at the point of loading the Freon, and we'll be able to use it hopefully in the next week or so. My team is very excited to finally have some room to store a product, which has been an ongoing challenge for my kitchens. I do want to recognize the fact these projects have taken a lot of time for our staff, IT, maintenance. The cafeteria really identified the needs and worked with the vendors closely so we could get these projects completed. And we're also very grateful to the city for helping with this funding, and we make sure that these projects will be completed this week for their year end. Any questions?
Thank you, Danielle. I think we've installed the freezer on the pad. That's part of that. We talked about, one of our meetings when we were discussing that we were going to try to extend the pad for additional storage. It doesn't look like that happened.
No, there was a lot of issues with that. We had the city come out, because actually we wanted to put the freezer next to the generator, and they had a lot of restrictions. They did not want anything next to the generator. You also have the drains over there. You also have fiber optics, so we became very limited of where we could actually lay the pad. So it became very limited in the space. So we kind of looked at our needs and felt like that was not going to be the best fit.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Next is Crystal McAuliffe Elementary.
Good morning, Jackie Collins, Crystal McAuliffe Elementary. We've had a lot of exciting things happening at CME in the first couple of weeks of school. We had the Watchdog kickoff recently. We had over 300 families show up. The Watchdogs are, it's a father or father figure organization that's of great students. So 300 turnout is really something terrific. So we're hoping to see lots of dads around campus this year. I also wanted to share that Melissa Meehan was on BBC. She does a lot of work on Saturdays with the Gulf Coast Humane Society, bringing children with their favorite book to read to the dogs. So she's done that every Saturday for, I can't tell you how many times. And finally they featured it on EBC, and it was a great article. We're going to continue to work along those lines, and we're also going to work, like Mr. Stevenson said, with the Girl Humane Society, coming up with donation boxes, helping them with fundraising and things like that. So we're very proud of that effort locally in the community. Also on the news was one of our students, Olivia Trader. She's a 4th grader. She is raising money to come up with a buddy bench. Did you see the article? Were you copied on the she's done a wonderful job. So far she's raised $627.91 selling $5 soaps. And the Naples Soap Company is going to match dollar for dollar what she's raised. So right now she's about $1,100. Now her goal is, she keeps increasing her goal. She wants to do 2 buddy benches this time. She wants a high-end bench that